o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, rock to 11, slow jams for the sexy and the hot. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, rock to 11, slow jams for the sexy and the hot. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. Is that Mac, homie? Don't let your lady go. You are now tuned in the internet radio. Pope after dark. Yeah, you're holding the city down. 8 to 11 weekdays, how we get it down. 9 to 10, that's the champagne hour. Hood brothers, we the chance to make the champagne shower. We can talk sports, or we can talk cheating, or we can talk politics or how the world weakens. If you still need a jump, it'll start you with new artists, new poets, new authors. And yes, we are killing them from now on. If you a clown, best believe you getting clowned on. Yeah, we throw them in the blender. This the real deal, all of y'all just pretenders. Ratings through the roof, yeah, we crushing off your contenders. They can't compete, so them haters wanna end us. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, rock to 11, slow jams for the sexy and the hot. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, rock to 11, slow jams for the sexy and the hot. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark. Yeah, it's Pope at the dark.
It's Tuesday. It's Mike Pope. It's time to turn up. Yes, you got me here. I'm ready. I'm charged. I'm not hyped. You got the Red Eye Express. Took a nap. Had to recharge, regroup. Had to refocus. And I'm here, I'm ready, and I got it all lined up for it to be a great show. I have had possibly, it's a good chance, however you want me to quote it. We'll have some new music tonight. We will see if I can pull the files and get it played and get it to the right source. If not, they'll play on Wednesday. I'm here Monday through Friday, cracking this microphone, getting it popping for y'all. And it won't kill if I can't get them uploaded. Whew. Where do I start today? We got more child abuse allegations in national professional sports. We'll get back to who it is and who it may be. And I need somebody to crack this microphone, call in. Where's my handy dandy? Where's my somebody done got a player? I took it in my room last night to follow up. Okay. I need to pause one moment. Back. Oh, thank you. Is it charged? 57%. Should suffice. All right. Got some messages. Okay. Apologies. All right. We have a new R&B sensation, and you will be surprised who his relation is. We will definitely come back to that in a couple moments. And I like to know, who is this new white beauty? Oh, she's beautiful. She's white. She's thin, but she's thick in all the right places. I'm going to drop a name, and I need somebody to call in 267-736-9785. Need you to call in. I need you to give me some answers. Who is Jules? Just Julz. That's the name. And apparently she's a socialite over in Miami somewhere, and she's got a lot of pictures with different celebrities and all that. And I must say, she's a breath of fresh air. Oh yeah, I'm turned now. I'm turned. I'm charged, hyped, and I'm ready to go. Is my eye still red? Can you still see? Is it still red? All right, I hope not, because I'm ready now. They still look a little, like a little shrunken, but they just could be. I'm gonna drink this Hawaiian punch, only Hawaiian punch, nothing mixed to it. Down to the ice, and then I'll eat on the ice. Excuse me. Honey Boo Boo, her family, as much as you could think otherwise, you just kind of knew Honey Boo Boo's family would be a mess. And it's a story coming out of it's been out for a while, and it's not fairly new, but apparently a man who allegedly, no, not allegedly, man who was accused of molesting her then 8-year-old daughter, now 20-year-old daughter, Anna. This is Honey Boo Boo's mother, Mama June, okay, who exploited the little chubby little girl in all the pageants. Honey Boo Boo was a mess, feeding her Red Bull and Mountain Dew with some sugar and whatever concoction, talking about it, and get ready for pageants and all that. Well, the man who was accused of molesting her then 8-year-old daughter is now Honey Boo Boo mother's boyfriend. Yes. Applaud that fat slob for not only disregarding her child's whole well-being, because I'm sure that had to traumatize this young lady at 8 years old to be, molested by someone. But to now date this man again, bring this man around your new daughter, which is little Honey Boo Boo. She's not cute or attractive. I don't even know why she was in the pageants or anything. I guess that's little round children can, join those pageants as well. But it's crazy. TLC has canceled the whole show altogether. And his name is McDaniels. Facebook has told him to eat a dick. They have canceled his account in fully, which brings us to the theme of today. Who's going to protect the babies? Tell me, if mama is now dating the molestor of her daughter, 20-year-old daughter now, was 8 at the time, who's going to protect the babies? She obviously does not believe that there's any wrong in this man. And to have her around now, this young, aspiring a model of Honey Boo Boo. It's an atrocity. It's sad. And as a parent, I think she should be arrested for child endangerment. Don't matter if he served his time or not. I think she should be arrested for child endangerment. Moving on. Oh, okay, let's see if I can get one of the songs sent over to me. See if I can get it uploaded. Let's see. It's going to recently added 384. Cool. All right. So we're going to I'm going to get into it, and we're going to turn it up early. Usually it would be we would I'm going to turn it up early. What time is it? 10:12. That's about on time. We have Perfection by Lanice London, good friend of mine. Sent these tracks over to me, cleaned them up and everything. And this is called Perfection. It's off her album. Tune in.
No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I have a fit. It don't matter a bit. All you see is what's on the surface. What's on the surface. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I hit the stage and I spit for days and they see that I have a purpose. I'm looking for perfection. Yeah. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when you see this working, yeah. When you try to be the best, everything you do, you always try to lead the rest. Lead the passion in your eyes, they can see it in your flesh. While you're earning out kinks, they can see why you press. Go, get them, bluff, winning like old venom. I got up on the rest like old denim, and I'm at the fucking game like a bold mention. All I do is work, why so serious? All I do is smirk, running for perfection, that's never been a question. But all these other that they dying of stars. I woke up like this, was too ill to go up like this. Never thought I would grow up like this. My city never thought I'd show up like this. I wrote all these words, I was going so hard, and I thought to myself, if I don't, then I starve. Trying to be dope like a flow that's from Mars, so whenever I spit, you'll be sure to see stars. I wanna be perfect, I'm sure that it's worth it. I think about failing and then I get nervous. Swear that my music is doing a service. I know I'll be great without making the purchase. Alright. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I have a fit. It don't matter a bit. All you see is what's on the surface. What's on the surface. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I hit the stage and I just spit for days and they see that I have a purpose. I'm looking for perfection. Yeah. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when you see this working, yeah. No days off. All these little rappers when the fire blaze off. Living and I'm hoping that the grind pays off. Look into my eyes and watch the die fade off. I don't wanna flaw, driving for perfection and I wanna rid them all. Any little errors, see, I wanna fix them all. OCD or whatever you can call. Good will never be great. Love will never be fake. Premature is probably better than late, but I'm trying to touch the ones that's keeping that gay. I just wanna be a legend. I know I see it coming. Wait, hold it there a second. The problem with the crown probably really feel threatened. This got the feeling of a tortoise hair lesson. Lyrically fitzy, I've been on my They call it as is and say, ain't that a They see that I'm winning and wanna pitch fits. They knew that I had it, they seen it from rip. That shit on my shoulder, you call it a chip. I call it my right to have birds that I flip. Oozing perfections, that's just what I drip. Sarcastic is ever and all of that wit. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I have a fit. It don't matter a bit. All you see is what's on the surface. What's on the surface. No, I'm not perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But it makes it all worth it when I hit the stage and I just spit for days and they see that I have a purpose. I'm looking for perfection. Yeah. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when you see this working, yeah. Days like this. Sometimes I wonder if I was really fucking made for this. All of the lights, all of the fame, all of the hurt, the disappointment, and the pain. Wait, hold up, I'm about to kill him, just let me f***ing stroll up. Running through my verse and they hate to see me scroll up. Texting these niggas like I just put a toll up. You kidding me? You tried to believe that I wouldn't get bigger. They rotten for me, so believe I get figured. You try to stop me, but see, you just got bitter. Days like this, I know that I'll be making shit that's so perfect. All of the love, all of the hate, all of the times I told myself that I'ma be great. Yeah. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when I have a fit. It don't matter a bit. All you see is what's on the surface. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when I hit the stage and I just spit for days and they see that I have a purpose. I'm looking for perfection. Yeah. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. I'm looking for perfection. No, I'm not perfect, but it makes it all worth it when you see this working. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lady Niece killed that joint, man. That joint was fire. That was perfection. I'll try to have her on and get an interview with her by early next week. She's a hustler, so I can't say she'll be available, the rest of this week, to stop what she's doing, but she's a hustler. She's out there. Her music is out there. Her face is out there. She's doing it hard. Lanice London, Philly's own. I forget what part of the city she's from, but she's from Philly and she's killing it. And got another joint I'm gonna play by her a little later on in the show. It's tough. We will have callers today. The phone lines are open. 267-736-9785. That is the phone number to call in and text if you have an opinion on something that I discuss, something that I go over. I want to know who is Jules. Jeez. Go on your Instagram, type it in. It's just Jules or yes Jules. I forgot that quick. Man, oh man. Who let the dogs out? Now, who's beating their kids now? Center for the NBA basketball, Houston Rockets, Dwight Howard is now under investigation for child abuse. Apparently back in June, he took a belt and tapped his little boy on a 6-year-old on the rear. And his mother, Royce Reed, the piece of trash, the alleged groupie from Basketball Wives. So she wasn't even a basketball wife. She just was a basketball baby mother. Name was Royce Reed. She was a cheerleader for the Orlando Magic at the time when he played for them. And that's how she got knocked up. So she took the boy to a doctor later. The doctor then said that the mark is consistent with child abuse. And now the investigation has been reopened because it was closed because Child Protection Services refused to cooperate with the police because they didn't feel that it was any type of a child abuse. That was just a whooping. Well, now he's being investigated for child abuse. This is the new thing now. Now we can't discipline our children for fear of it being labeled as child abuse. Now, for years it was the call the child abuse hotline if you or your siblings are being abused or you see someone being blah 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 blah, blah. Call 911, whatever. Now it's like even as a celebrity, Which I didn't even know celebrities really dealt with their children. No, honestly, I thought they just, paid whatever little money they had to pay and did what they had to do and, went and made their money. I didn't even know that they spent time. I didn't know they had time between the partying and popping bottles and playing whatever sport it is they play. Never even thought they really spent time with their children. But apparently you now, as a celebrity, you are on the hot seat if you physically chastise your child. Please use towels, cover the child. Please make sure you use objects that will not leave marks. Because either the parents are bitter or the law is just gung-ho to come after you. And you don't want either. So from now on, when you chastise and discipline your children, you have to find a different way to do it. Don't just be roughing it and use a belt, because I can use a belt and my son can go to school, my daughter can go to school and it'll be okay. But not nobody that's under the scrutiny of the media and bitter parents. I don't even know what to say in reference to that. I don't have any type of anything I can add to this. This is just ridiculous. First, Adrian Peterson, he lost the whole season. I'm talking about that as well. He lost the whole season after he pleaded out. Now he pleaded out to get everything to go away. He's now suspended for the rest of the season and he dropped it down from child abuse to something minor or something. He's still going to be suspended the rest of the season. They are just. If you're not squandering your money, they're now finding ways to kick you out of the sport. Take what you've worked for. I mean, be it you may not have the best, character or whatever, but they're finding ways to take what you worked so hard for away from you just because they can. And it's horrible. And speaking of people who work hard, the 76ers must don't have nobody that works hard for their team. Because the 76ers are a staggering 0 wins and 10 losses for this young NBA season. Where's Allen Iverson when you need him? He would do nothing in any way other than not practice and collect his check. Excuse me. We have one of the dumbest parents, story of one of the dumbest parents coming up in a few. I'm not going to spoil that one. Excuse me. I just like when I don't know. I think I need a new modem. I think I do need a new modem because it's not I'm moving a little slow, rather slow, but nonetheless, I think we're going to what do I got going on? I hate when I do this. Oh, I know what I did. I knew what I did. Why is it not working out for me? All right. So, I want to play a song. I want to play one of my favorites and one of your new favorites. I peep how you on the other side we will come back fresh and ready and prepared, which I'm always prepared. Gotta find it. I know where it's at, but I should have just went there. But nonetheless, my man, okay. Should be right in there. Oh, okay. All right, well, we'll be right back after the song break.
Major aspects of life on the planet shape people's lives. Vital to the universe itself is one of the quintessential forms of our survival. It's been through none other than the discipline of music and sound. In its relationship with love, how it has gone as a theme in our lives that was right along with our flight, our rise, our joy, our destruction. All of that can be put in a soundtrack of music. Not only do we answer why is this music so important, our lives, for all intents and purposes, is nothing but another rendition of sound.
Simple yet sacred, heavy yet weightless. Let me take you to that space in between those spaces where time is a myth and the clocks are faceless, with a melody so sweet that you can taste it.
When we talk about this, something that is so advanced within our DNA and within our body. Now, melanin is more than a substance. It is an intelligence. It is an entity called the muse. Whenever we create music, we are only producing outwardly an intelligence and a civilization that's on the inside. We are only putting that to scale and putting it to the level in which we can use it in the physical. So we take something that is not in the physical and bring it in the physical.
Simple yet sacred, heavy yet weightless. Let me take you to that space in between those spaces where time is a myth and the clocks are faceless, with a melody so sweet that you can taste it.
The African used the drum because it is not the beat that is being heard. It is the spaces in between the beats that's being heard. Creating an ecological system that is outside of the dimension, you're bringing that same ecological system in the dimension through trial.
Simple yet sacred, heavy yet weightless. Let me take you to that space in between those spaces where time is a myth and the clocks are faceless, with a melody so sweet that you can taste it.
That was my man, your man, Mr. Mel Austin Jr. I think we got a call on the phone. I think might have somebody that we might be a little familiar with, might have heard their voice or their name before. Caller, do you think you got something you might want to say?
I might want to say, Mike, Lamika Jenkins over here, a.k.a. Madam Me, love, lives, and hello, company.
Hello, Miss Lamika.
I appreciate you giving me the platform to say it. Hi, Mike.
How are you? We here. We ready to rock and roll. I got, man, I gotta. I know you love to do your thing, and that's why you started early. I'm pretty sure. But I got at least one or two things I have to get out, and then we will jump right over to the Love, Lies, and Laughs segment or a proportion of the show. Does that work for you?
That would be fine for me.
So you can tune in. I mean, you can chime in because you're not excluded from this. So the Arizona mother, listen, who was arrested for going on a job interview and leaving her two small children, back in March, in the car while she went on a job interview, racked up about $115,000 in donations, and her a part of her deal was to put $40,000 away for her children in the trust funds. And she's been going on trips, buying shrimps, and she's bought her baby daddy a mixtape. Yes, she has. She's butchered up the money, allegedly. I'm not in her bank account, so I don't know. But allegedly, she squandered this $114,000. Did not put the $40,000 in the children's trust fund yet, and has purchased her baby daddy's mixtape. So he is now on the map. He officially has a mixtape.
Oh my!
She going on trips.
No.
She's buying furs. She's buying summer sandals in the wintertime.
She getting ready. She's getting ready. Mike, tell me it ain't so. Please tell me that's not true.
Listen, she is turned up with the money. Turned all the way up.
You know, and what boggles my mind with just the whole concept of that, I'm hoping that this is not true. But if this is fact, I mean, how could you even take that money and do such frivolous things with it? And foremost, you go and you put your baby daddy on the map, then who should have been watching the kid while you were at the job interview.
How about that?
Okay, like, I don't even understand. This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous.
I don't know. You know.
I
can't even get $20 worth of donations from my viewers. Yes, she racked up $114,000, and she blew. I'm going to recycle, put it right back into the show. I can't even get $20 yet.
Right. That's how they do it, Mike. That's how they do it.
I think that's because
she outside in the car or something.
But you know what it was? You know what it was? She had a white woman behind her, her campaign.
Okay.
See, now that would get me some donations. If I get a white woman out here on the front line for me, who said donate to the Mike Pope show, they will hit the donate button, and I will be going on trips, buying shrimps. I would put my baby mom on a mixed CD.
Right, put her right on the map.
Give her a little startup money
so
she can get her R&B career going.
I'll tell you.
I can't with these people. This is horrible, man. And I don't know if you were viewing earlier. I talked about the mother of Honey Boo Boo, which is a really sad situation.
I was watching.
She's now dating the man who molested her daughter, then 8 years old. Now she's 20. And I think that's really sad. And two things I didn't say. One, the new R&B sensation his name is Chet Hayes. I bet you nobody know who's he related to. Take a guess.
Chet Hayes. You'll
never be able to put one and one together. Trust me.
Isaac Hayes.
No. This is Tom.
Okay, I tried.
This is Tom Hanks' son. His name is Chester Hanks. Wow. He's got a hot song. And he got hot chicks in the video. He got a little decent flow. Check him out on YouTube. The song is Do It Better. Find him on YouTube. Search him as Chet Hayes. ChetHaze. It's not nothing I would purchase or I wouldn't even download it, but it was decent, and it was worth the 4 minutes and 5 seconds I listened to it. That's it. I'll never listen to it again. Also, before we get into Love Lies, Ferguson is going to burn. It's going to burn down to the ground if they don't indict Darren Wilson for murdering, for executing Michael Brown If they don't indict him,
Yeah.
Ferguson is going to burn. They got the National Guard there. They're saying that that's only secondary protection. And I don't believe it. I believe they're going to be on the front line with their assault rifles, their combat gear, and they're not going to let the citizens, the disgruntled and angry, rightfully so, citizens burn that city. They're going to try not to let them burn that city down. Maybe they'll try to force them to burn down their own neighborhood, but they're there, and I think it's going to be big. I think it's going to be like a war. Right. All these shooters out here, they better have a iron ready, because everybody's going to be a target when the National Guard comes through and exacts martial law on Ferguson, if or when they decide not to indict him. That I have more, but that is what I wanted to get out before we got, deep into what I know you may do. And I'm going to give you the floor. Kick it off.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mike. I mean, for those people listening or watching who don't know me, I just wanted to kind of give a background of what Love, Lies, and Laughs is, so understands the concept of it. Love, Lies, and Laughs was I actually created it in 2011. It's based on a vision that I have introducing humor to adult topics, such as like relationships, sex, trust, different things of that nature, and an open forum discussion, which I feel as though could bridge the gap between men and women in a relation. Now, basically, Love, Lies, and Laughs is made into an interactive kind of social event that I host, and it allows the audience a candid opinion on questions that I pose in reference to grown folk topics. So I just wanted to kind of hotspot or whatever about what Love, Lies, and Laughs is.
Cool.
But I'm up with different topics, Mike. Different things on, as I'm working throughout the day of my everyday life. And, something that happened to me today made me want to bring about this question. When and men, too, you may do different gestures to teach, being friendly. I was accused of being a flirt today. Mm-hmm. I don't really feel as though I was flirting. I feel as though I was being friendly. Okay. I was addressing the opposite sex and a manner, a very open manner. Hey, how you doing, or whatever. Someone speaks to me, I speak back. But I was accused of being a flirt. I was actually accused of being a flirt, not by that person, someone else who was actually, in the vicinity of where we were. Mm-hmm. So I just want to know, do a lot of people take that as just with someone being friendly of the opposite sex toward the opposite sex is flirting, whether it be male or female? What's your opinion on that?
Oh, when it's male, they call it being thirsty. It's no longer as simple as being a flirt, being courteous. It's no longer that. That doesn't even exist anymore. It's straight.
But isn't there like a line there?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what your body language was like. Right. I don't know how if I would have come to that same conclusion, or was a person just being nosy. Right. And that as well could have been the case, or maybe they could have felt neglected. Or that was it a male? Was the person that said you were
the observant? Yeah, the observing part.
You also you as a woman have to be able to pick up on jealousy. That might have been jealousy because you didn't answer his question that way.
So a little hate in the game.
That's what that was. That's all that was. He was mad because you don't, flirt with him, or you don't say hi to him that way. You say good morning to him, but to the other person you said, good morning, how are you? See, and that's like,
No, I didn't even do it like that, though. See, that would have been a little flirty.
But I'm just saying, I mean, you might be a little more like, straight up with him, like, hey, good morning, have a good one, do good today.
Yeah,
whereas with the other guy, you might have been like,
yeah.
That's more along the lines of jealousy and deception.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, there's a thin line, and I'm a flirt. I'm a flirt, and I have been since I can remember. I've always been a flirt because that's the only way I can break the ice. So my flirts might not be as complimentive, but my joke will be, to entertain you, to get you, to at least laugh, crack a smile, and then maybe I may compliment, at some point. But yeah, that's I know I'm a flirt, and I'll probably be one until.
Okay, so but yours is kind of what's called like harmless flirting.
Yes. I'm no perv. I'm not out saying like, oh, you have some beautiful breasts today. Is that a push up, bro? Like I'm not. No, I'm not into that stuff. Because I strongly believe in the yes and no type thing, where no means no and yes means yes. So I don't start off somewhere where it can make a person uncomfortable.
Yeah, I concur. I think a lot of times harmless flirting does go on within the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because a lot of times we do tend to spend more place than we do within our own homes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you kind of get familiar with your work family,
mm-hmm.
and you have like a lot of people like to consider it your work husband or your work. Which leads me to another question: should one significant feel some type of way if their significant other has a work wife or a work husband out within the home?
You want me to answer this?
I do. How do you feel about it?
I don't think it should be done.
If you're a woman, if your woman had what we would call a work, have a problem with it?
Yes, I would have a big problem with it.
Elaborate. Why?
Because you're my woman. You're my wife. You're my girl. You're my, the mother of my children. You don't need no other man. Period. Not even as a work boo, work husband, because that means you and him are very close. You and him are doing just a little more than just office flirting. Although everyone may know you have somebody, everybody may know he has somebody, or whatever. But nah, it's not okay with me.
Okay.
So that stays at work. That doesn't come home.
Okay.
Oh, hey, babe, me and my work husband. Yo, what? I will knock your 2 front teeth.
Mike is only joking, ladies. He only joking.
Okay.
You will get some emails about that one, Mike.
All right, you're right. I was only joking. Don't come home to me telling me no work husband, no work boo, none of that BS. It doesn't work for me, and I don't.
But I mean, doesn't that kind of feed the insecurities of the other person?
No, it doesn't. Why?
I mean, so you actually think that your woman would actually have some type of relation with this work husband?
Perception supersedes reality.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I can agree with that.
So you're out, you're at work all the time. You're work husband, work boo. I come to the Christmas party. I'm not having that. You're not chumming up with him in front of me. So now there's that something is hidden, that awkwardness, where you would usually be like, hey, work husband, whatever. Now it's just like, hey, Charles, how are you? This is Michael. This is my husband, my tall, dark, big husband right here. Yes, I'm with my husband. That's where it goes now, and I pick up on that, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's something there, something going on. And I'm like, oh, so why did you have to, point out my size and who I was and why that's the only guy you introduced me to?
Right.
So I'll pick up on that. So definitely keep your little work husband, work boo thing at work and let him know if I'm ever around, don't even look at me because it will be a problem.
Got it.
All right.
See, so are these men really not feeling us having these work husband relationships?
No.
Not that there's any intent to do any cheating or anything like that, but I guess just
which I believe is not. I believe that is not. But once again, like I said,
right.
It's perception. You are my woman,
right.
and you are. We are intimate. This should not be
right.
me, you, and him. He's not a part of the equation. There's no me,
right.
you, and
I
him.
agree.
So
I agree.
we're gonna pause on that, take a song break, and
okay.
come right back to Love, Lies, and Laughs with Lamika here on the Mike Pope Show. I forgot what the day is. Tuesday, the 18th.
If I could paint a perfect picture, I would create you my angel. Sent straight from heaven. You're something special. Where would I be if you would leave? Caught in the matrix, lost in between, falling apart, blue as the sea. The thought is like torture, haunting my dreams. But I ain't losing my baby. I ain't thinking about losing my baby. No, I ain't gonna lose my baby. I ain't thinking about losing my baby. No, I ain't gonna lose my baby. I ain't thinking about losing my baby. Ain't gonna lose my baby. I ain't thinking about losing my baby. Creative like Mother Nature. Like words from a perfect scripture. Like rain on a good spring morning. The feeling is so uncontrolling. Where would I be if you would leave? Caught in the matrix, lost in between. Falling apart, blue as the sea. The thought is like torture, haunting my dreams.
That is Mel Austin Jr. The Big Picture. It's his current single off his album Movie Music, A Cinema for the Blind. Produced by my man Wiz G. Went to school with this guy. Good dude, man. Always was that creative dude. He was always that dude that he didn't just fit in, like, you know what I'm saying? He was Wiz, you know what I mean? He was calling by his government, but you know what I mean? It's a good joint. He killed this track, produced it. I don't know if he wrote it or not, but definitely a good joint. So we have Miss Lamika of Love, Lies, and Laughs back. We switched communications, forms of communication. I try to get technical, but I called on a different phone line because the other one was a little choppy. You got the floor, and I'm ready.
All right. Well, the other topic I wanted to discuss tonight is, and this is a really touchy subject. All right. How do you break it off with someone that you're not in a relationship with, but you have like an intense dating situation with? How do you walk away from that, or how do you kind of let them know that that's something that you no longer want to be a part of? And that's a hard thing to do because, of course, you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. You may have been dealing with the person for a little while now, and now it's time to part ways. How do you go about that?
That has been one of the hardest things to accomplish throughout my single years. Because, like you said, it's not a relationship. We were dealing, and things just aren't going in a certain direction, but it's been a certain amount of time.
Right.
That has been that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that is an age-old question that has still yet to be answered. Because
The best case scenario is to point out that one thing that's the breaking, the deal breaker.
Right, the deal breaker.
And just stick to that and say, listen, this isn't going to go any further because of this. If it's something minor, like let's say if I'm gonna say for the female, let's say if she snores, and I'm just throwing it out there, something real, So you just gotta say,
something little. Go ahead.
I based on your sleeping habits, I can't. This can't go any further. What I don't know what else to say. Like I don't have no clue. The only thing I've ever been able to do to accomplish it is stick to that one thing that doesn't work for me, and listen, this doesn't. And it could be minor, it could be major. If it bothers me, it's major, because I usually, I don't usually deal with a person that doesn't fit within, what I like, what I appreciate, what I would date. It's very rare. I mean, of course, we've all been in little situations where we, smash this, smash that, whatever. But you have to stick to that one thing. I think one of my, I don't know, it's hard.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you this, and you just gave us the male perspective on it, and that's why I love having this dialogue with you, Mike. And from the female perspective, just speaking, of course, from my own experiences, I think we're so nurturing that we kind of find it hard to kind of just break it off. So I've found it easier to kind of cease communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's okay for you if you're the person holding the scissors. But,
yeah. This is true.
But that sales tag that you're about to cut off, they don't want to go, and it becomes it becomes controlling, because then they start saying, well, why didn't you call? Why didn't you? Well, listen, you're not my woman. So I just didn't have to. I just didn't feel inclined to call. I mean, life goes on.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah, and it's hard because, see, I think a lot of times when you're dating someone and you've been dating them long term, but it hasn't transitioned into a relationship, they feel a sense of entitlement. Because of the simple fact that maybe at some point you did give them that comfort level where they could question where you're at, what you're doing, or, you may give an answer here and there. So they felt entitled to be able to do that. So I think at the point that you're kind of trying to break it off, I think things kind of
get sticky.
Become very sticky, but it becomes reality of what the situation is.
Yes.
And you're kind of just really putting it out to the person, like, listen, okay, we are not together. We are not in a relationship. And you're kind of going, beyond the code of what we're doing.
All right, now I want to jump on that.
It's hard for someone to accept.
I want to jump on that. I want to jump right on that because we got about 4 minutes.
Okay.
How do you advise a friend that their situation has run its course with whomever, but they don't see it yet, or they don't want to accept it? Do you advise, or do you just sit back and unfortunately allow your friend to be hurt? Give me your point of view on that.
Well, you know what? I've been in situations like that. A lot of times when it's a friendship, you have to be very careful on how you approach these things, because I've always asked my friends, do you want me to just listen, or do you want, my opinion on what's going on?
I use that one too.
If the person is open.
Yes, I use that too.
If the person is open to your opinion, then, that's at the point where you can interject that and say, listen, I'm not trying to make decisions for you, or your relationships, but I just want you to really do an assessment of what you have going on.
All right,
and
so
it's like therapy. You got to let the person figure it out for themselves, but you're just kind of pushing it along. You're opening up the doors, allowing them to walk through it, though.
that was my next thing.
And what I mean by
what happens when they don't take that advice, and then
when they don't walk through it,
and now you see that they're hurting themselves. This is solid gold piece right here. When they see that they're hurting themselves and they're in a bad situation, then what do you do?
Right. Well, unfortunately, I mean, if you've kind of talk to the person at this point, you should be blunt with the person and tell them, listen, this person really isn't for you, and this is why. If they're just not open to that and they don't want to, really see your point of view on it, then unfortunately you got to let them fall. You have to let them fall because people want to make their own mistakes. No matter how many people can kind of tell them, hey, it's a pothole in front of you, they want to keep on walking until they realize that pothole is in front of them. Because unfortunately, because basically we're on the outside looking in, we can see it clearly. They can't see it clearly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for them to even, fathom what it is we're talking about. It's like, what are you talking about? He's perfect. Because in their mind, they want him to be or her to be perfect. So it's kind of hard to kind of introduce your perspective to them if they're not really open to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just a matter of whether a person is open to really see their situation for what it really is. That's just like that's just like somebody being unattractive, but they don't know it. They can't see it.
Well, you can't.
They walking around as a 3 to everybody else, but in their mind they're 10.
You can't say that to these Instagram models and these Facebook celebrities because these people have told them something that has never been told to anyone in the history of the world. What? These people? Yeah, you're right. You definitely hit that one. Do you know who? Do you know who Jules is? It's a white woman. She's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna say beautiful. She has a beautiful body. She looks white in the face, pretty much. You can tell she tans the, whatever. Mm-hmm. She's supposed to be a Miami socialite, so on and so on.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not familiar with you.
I gotta find out. I gotta find out who she is. I gotta find out who she is. I am following her on Instagram. I will find her on Twitter, on Facebook.
You better find her.
MySpace.
You better get her.
Tagged. AOL Messenger. I will find her on social media, and I will be everywhere she is for the rest of her illustrious career as a Miami socialite. I will be right there, giving her my well wishes and my likes. Oh man, thank you. I appreciate you for calling in and dropping your beautiful jewels in on us and making us think, making us use our pie, our head for more than a hat rack, as the old saying is.
I know that's right. Well, it's always a pleasure, Mike.
Oh, and I definitely, I love it. It's nothing better than to have you, call in and and give up the goods, let us know what's popping. And you have a show this Friday, November 21st,
yes,
435 West Chew Avenue, over top of Shelly's Soul Food Restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. That's what it is, right?
Shelly's
Seafood Restaurant, okay. Specializing in the Louisiana type stuff, right? Po' boy sandwiches and
that is
all
correct.
that. Yes. Tickets are $7. I have tickets. I'm sure you can get some from Miss Lamika. You can get them. Find her on Facebook. Love, Lies, and Laughs, the page. What else? That's this Friday. And we're not going to talk about the upcoming event yet, but this Friday, please come out, support. November 21st, tickets $7. You get the Mike Pope special. You'll get tickets for $5 and $2 shipping and handling. So tickets still come out to be $7.
It sounds better.
So We will promote that further between the day and Thursday or the day and Friday. Oh, I'm gonna do this Friday. Oh, this is pretty unique. Well, I have to think that part out. But thanks for calling in. As always, I say be safe, keep your family safe, and do not inhale on the public transportation when you see someone coughing and sneezing, because you may be the next victim of the American Ebola. Thank you for tuning in, logging in. This is Mike Pope, Miss Lamika. We out.